Hi, and welcome to Maths Made Easy. Today we're going to learn how to solve equations that have fractions in. So, let's see an example. Imagine you have the equation x over 3 minus 2 equals 0. Now, how do we solve this? Previously we've seen equations like 3x minus 2 equals 0, but now we've got an x over 3 instead, so we have to deal with this a little bit differently. Let's first start by getting our x to be the only thing on the left-hand side. So to do that, we have to move this minus 2 over to the right-hand side. And we do that, just like we saw in part 1 of this series, by undoing the taking away of 2. So we know to undo a minus 2, we have to add 2 to both sides of the equation. So that means that our minus 2 will go from the left-hand side and become a plus 2 on the right-hand side, so just a 2. So now we have an x divided by 3 equals to 2, and we have to undo this division by 3. And we know that the opposite of division is multiplication. So let's undo this division. So we undo dividing by 3 by multiplying by 3. So multiplying by 3 on the left-hand side means that division by 3 disappears, and on the right-hand side we have to multiply by 3, and we get 2 times 3 equals 6. So we've solved our equation. So that's your method to solve for when we have a fraction or division in an equation. You want to get it so that, first of all, everything apart from the term with the x is on the left-hand side, or everything is on the right-hand side other than the term with the x, and then you need to undo that division. So let's see another example. Let's imagine we have x over 7 plus 4 equals 0. So our first step is to get everything that's not the x over to the other side. So to undo this addition of 4, we need to take away 4, as subtraction is the opposite of addition. So that leaves us with an x over 7, and we've moved this plus 4 over to the other side. Now we've got x over 7 equals minus 4, and we need to undo this division by 7. So how do we do that? Well, just like before, we need to multiply by 7. So let's see how that works. Multiplying by 7, multiplying by 7. So that will move it from the left-hand side, so it'll go from here, and it'll go over to the right-hand side where we need to actually do the multiplication, and we do 7 times minus 4. If you need to know how to multiply negative numbers, you can watch my video on that, and you'll know that a negative times a positive number will give us another negative number, so we'll get a negative number, and it'll be 4 times 7, which is 28. So we get x equals minus 28. Okay, let's see one more example. This time you give it a try, pause the video, and unpause it, and I'll show you the answer. Let's solve x over 5 minus 6 equals 0. Okay, so pause the video, give it a try, unpause it, and I'll go through it. Okay, so just like the other two examples, first we need to make it so that just the x is on the left-hand side. So we need to get this 6 over to the other side. We have to do that by doing the opposite of the subtraction, so we add a 6 to both sides. So what does that leave us with? That leaves us with x over 5, and because we've moved the 6 over, and it's a positive 6 now, we just get a 6. Now we want to undo this division by 5, and just like in the other examples, we saw we undo division by multiplication. So to undo this division by 5, we multiply by 5, and we get x equals, and then because we're multiplying by 5, we need to multiply the right-hand side by 5. 6 times 5 is 30. So we've solved our equation, x equals 30. And that's how you solve equations with fractions in. Thank you.